Hey guys, my name's Tom and this is the Dog's Tesla. In a few days, we're embarking on a 3-day road trip from the sunny Gold Coast to sleepy Adelaide. I'm taking my 6-year-old, my 9-year-old and my 16-year-old dog Mikey. The purpose of these videos is just to document this trip just for our family's sake, but also maybe I could share some of the tips that I've learned along the way, and maybe you can teach me something in the comments as well. So the kids are going to be sleeping in the car. We've got a self-inflatable mattress there for them. It's a custom fit. They'll be nice and snug using camp mode. I'll be in the tent with my dog Mikey. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to keep us nice and comfortable for the duration of the trip. But let me show you what we've packed. We've got a Dometic 50-litre fridge, which will power off the 12-volt. Coleman 4-person North Star lighted tent. A self-inflatable mattress for me. Tire inflator in case we get stuck. Now, you can buy a tire repair kit. I have heard some horror stories about getting the goo on the inner lining of the wheel well, and then when you take it to a repair shop, it can create real headaches if you're wanting to use that tire again. I don't know. We've got a 15-litre water tank. Under here, you can see we've got our sleeping bags, the custom Model Y mattress, which we'll show in another video, a ground sheet for the tent, and then under here, I definitely recommend investing in one of these little straps for the secondary storage. That's where we've got all our privacy shades. So when the kids are going to be sleeping in the car, that will actually block out all the sunlight and prevent people from being able to look in. Under here, we've got first aid kit, a hammer for the tent. We've got some rubbish bags for the campsite, sunscreen, more heavy duty tent pegs. All right, we've got some gas cans and the power cables for the fridge, both 12-volt and 240-volt. A few unconventional tips that I'd just like to share, and I'm not encouraging this, but this is what I've done. I did a bit of research with roadside assistance, and I looked at all the different options. Now, Tesla offer roadside assistance. I think it could be for 4 years, I'm not too sure, with all new vehicles. If you break down within 800 kilometers of a Tesla service center, they will provide you transport back with the car. If you have a blown tire or wheel damage within 80 kilometers of a Tesla service center, they'll also come out and help you out. Now, I didn't want to run that risk because we are traveling a fair distance. So I looked at the terms and conditions of all the different roadside assistance packages, and I found with RACQ, not only do they specialize with EVs because of their technicians or mechanics are not only equipped to handle EVs, but they also will bring out somebody to give your car a bit of a charge if you do run out. In the terms and conditions, they do state that if you cancel within 21 days, you can get a full refund as long as you haven't made a claim. So that's what we've done. I know you might think it's unethical, but if you're planning to go on a short road trip and you don't need that all year round cover, that could be an option for you. Another thing to consider is if you're with Vodafone or Optus and you're concerned about reception, especially if your kids are going to be using personal hotspot and chewing through your data. If your phone supports dual SIM or an eSIM, you can buy a prepaid mobile data SIM. We bought one through Boost, which backends off the Telstra network, 40 gig, $15, which is going to keep the kids nice and calm for the duration of the trip. If you sign up with a Boost promo through, say, one of these referral programs like ShopBack or CashRewards, believe me, there's not a catch. It sounds dodgy. You can use my referral code. We both get money. You can set up a search alert for Boost Mobile. When that alert comes through, you can buy one of those SIM cards. They actually happen quite regularly. All right, so I'm a big fan of CashRewards and ShopBack. I've earned over $1,100 with both companies since I've signed up, just from shopping at places like Amazon, Liquorland, Big W, Target, hundreds of different retailers. So I can definitely recommend it. If you do sign up with Boost using one of their promotions, great thing is that often you can get positive cash back. And what that means is that if you say spend $15, you can get $18 cash back. Just remember that if you do sign up with Boost and you only plan on having it temporarily, turn off auto renew so you don't get charged automatically at the end of the 28 days. All right, now back to the video. And as long as you activate it within 31 days, you'll then have that as a secondary SIM, and you can actually select in your phone where you want that mobile data to be drawn from through your personal hotspot. Pretty cool. All right, in the back here, we've got an aluminium fold-out slat table. We've got 2 camp chairs. Look, if I had my time again, I'd just buy these little compact chairs because these take up way too much room. One thing that I recommend, and I have on order from Amazon, is you can actually get these magnetic USB-C cable adapters. So they just plug into there, and then if your kids accidentally kick them, or if you've got some equipment that knocks on them, they'll just magnetically detach, and then you can just plug it back in whenever you want. So that's definitely recommended if you've got kids. We do have an iPad holder here. That's just to prevent neck strain for my son, and he'll be playing on a couple of games and things like that using an Xbox controller. That is where Mikey the dog's going to be sleeping and staying. We'll also be utilizing dog mode for when we need to step out of the car. We've got our dry food there. Geez, I'm a fat bastard. All right, so these are jack pads, and these are made for the Tesla. The reason why I bought these, firstly, I just saw it on a forum, but that will actually prevent, if you've got somebody coming out to lift up your car, this will actually prevent damage to your car's body. And this is super random, but I bought this little thing off AliExpress, and it is a USB Oral-B toothbrush charger, so we can actually charge our toothbrush in the car. I don't know if you'd ever need that, but there you go. All right, just a quick one, and I nearly forgot, and apologies, my neighbour's mowing his lawn at the moment. These are the Gemini wheel cap covers. They come with the Model Y. Now, most people, including myself, don't like the look of these at all, and they'll go for an aftermarket one like this. Now, the downside to these is, although they look great, what companies do is, to save money, they'll actually send you 4 of exactly the same ones, which means on both sides of the car, you've got the same wheel cover. So one side is going to be reducing drag, and the other side will be adding drag, which will negatively impact your range. 2 other things which I'd like to mention in regards to extending your range or impacting your range. These mud flaps which I've installed, they will actually take about 1% off your range, unfortunately. I'm just going to leave them on because I can't be bothered taking them off. Another thing which is essential, and most Tesla Model Y owners will already have one, and that is a sunshade. Having a sunshade means that your air conditioner is having to do less heavy lifting, which means longer range. Now back to the video. All right, I love how much we can fit into this Model Y. One of the things that I purchased off eBay looks dodgy, but it's called a multifunctional slitting planer. And it says you can cut good dishes in less than 10 years. How about that? Anyway, so this is what it looks like. It's a fold-out strainer, but on the inside, it's got all of your knives and cutting tools, whatever, shredders. I don't know how to use it. We'll see how we go. We have a collapsible sink from Super Cheap Auto. We've got a camping lantern, utensils, paper towels, fold-out collapsible kettle, cleaning supplies. We do have in there, I'm not going to get it out, it's a 4-slice toaster thing. I've also got a single slice toaster, cups and plates, pots and pans. I did look at the ones with the fold-in handles, and they were just a bit too flimsy, and I didn't want to spend too much. And then we've got the camping stove. That cost me $25 from Kmart. I don't know how it works. We'll just see how we go. This is really going to be a disaster, I think. And this is another camping chair. This is what I should have bought. This is crazy that I bought these massive ones that just take up so much space. So if you don't have any chairs and you're planning to buy some, get these little compact ones. I'll put a link in the description. So there you have it. That's all the stuff that we packed in the Model Y for our trip to Adelaide. Along the way, we've got 11 supercharger stops, and we're camping for 2 nights. So hopefully you can either learn something from this trip, and we'll be making a whole bunch of follow-up videos. Maybe you could teach me something in the comments, because I'm no good at filmmaking, I'm no good at camping. So this could either be very exciting or disastrous. But thanks for coming along for the ride. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.